Good morning, Older Nation. It is a blessing to be with you on this day, and we are beginning a series of video interviews of people involved in our parish doing various ministries. I'm here with one of my favorite people. Why don't you introduce yourself to the group?
My name is Rebecca Saunders, and I'm the chair of the Congregational Commission.
Yeah.
And I'm only one of Bob's favorite people.
Yeah, but you're in charge of you're the chair of the Congregational Care Commission. So what is that?
Our vision is that we provide care and comfort to our congregation in times of need, unlike outreach.
Which is outward looking,
Outward stuff.
right? Literally.
We do care and comfort for each other.
Right.
We envision a community where God's children can come freely to one another for help, trusting that we are a church family that deeply cares.
Yeah, that's really important. It's really essential to the identity of who we are as a parish.
And
We really do care about each other.
We do care about each other. I think it's evident.
Yeah. So where your group is the one that really stands ready to help people when they're going through very difficult times.
It usually starts when somebody reaches out to clergy to ask for prayer or support.
Yep. And so we start with the prayer
We
list.
start with the prayer list, and prayer doesn't cost any money.
That's
and
true.
So we have lots of people that pray and pray faithfully. Daughters of the King pray. We
Right.
have a prayer chain. Each
Yep.
of us pray for people that are in need and whatever.
Yeah.
But the extension to that might be the visitation to somebody that's
Right.
in the hospital, or the visitation to someone that's homebound, or delivering Eucharist to somebody that's
Right.
homebound.
Yep. That happens almost every Sunday. Somebody leaves here from the service and brings communion to somebody who cannot come in anymore. Right?
Correct. And then we might follow up with meals if you're like coming back
Right.
from the hospital and
Right.
and it's helpful to have some people to prepare
Right.
meals for you.
Yeah, we've done meal ministry to people who have been sick and homebound, or to new mothers. Good examples.
To mothers.
In both cases is really important.
And it's I think that's one of our favorite ones.
Yes, yeah. That's even better because you get to peek in at the little baby, right?
Yeah.
But the whole point is that this group does what St. Paul talks about, of bearing one another's burdens in love.
Because life's not easy, Bob.
That's right, because a lot of time there's really tough times, and we all go through tough times, and when that happens, a church ought to be there for us.
And we have a couple of ministries within Congregational Care that really do this well.
Yeah.
The Stevens ministry get a lot of training. Oftentimes, it's just somebody to pray with.
That's right. Yep.
Particularly after a loss, in
Right.
addition to having our care and comfort group,
Right.
we'll provide the reception after a funeral.
Yeah.
And the Stephen ministers are also
Sometimes
trained in
follow up.
grief
Right.
counseling afterwards.
Yep.
And it's more grief support.
Yep.
And those two ministries are the ones that are the biggest parts of our budget.
Yes. Yeah. Because to train the Stephen ministers, we need materials and time and all of that. And for receptions after funerals, we haven't been doing them for the last year and a half, but that's going to change.
That's going to change, and how we do it may have to change because of COVID and some restrictions like that.
We'll do the best job we can of figuring out how we support someone as they go through the most difficult time. And that's part of why Stewardship is involved with your ministry.
Stewardship is involved with our ministry.
Yeah, because you need people.
We need
their
people,
talent,
and
treasure.
creativity. One of our ministries is called the Knitwits, and they knit all of the blankets for our newest members of our
who are baptized.
Of our congregation. We're working on some prayer shawls with them as well. The other ministry that we do is our card senders. We send out a lot of cards.
Yes, yeah. People who are homebound, who need to have an uplifting
An uplifting
word,
thing.
right?
We're working on a new project called Toys.
Yeah.
Our Thinking of You cards. We'll have some cards in the back of the church or that you could pick up
Yep.
on your way in or out. And if you hear somebody's name on the prayer list and you want to jot a little note to them,
Yes.
you can jot a little note on the
Thinking
the
of you
toy.
today. Lots of things of the congregation taking care of the needs of those
Of each
within
other.
that we really need to do. And so as we are grateful for the work that you do, we hope it will inspire all of us to be faithful, because if we're faithful with our time and talent and our treasure, it'll be easier to do this work, because that you can use some new folks in this ministry, I'm sure.
We could use some new folks.
Yep.
And these are folks that work under the radar.
Yep.
You know, these are not folks that are out there to do this for any
They're
sort
not the
of-
upfront people
We're
with
not
the
the
big face
upfront.
up front.
We're the under the radar people.
Yep.
The after people.
That's right. Well, very good, very good. And so I thank you for bringing us a word about congregational care and how much actually happens at Old Nation that, as you say, is always under the radar. We don't even know about it until we're the one who needs it. And that's when you see what happens. So please look at what's happening around you. You'll see God blessing the whole world through these kinds of ministries. And what we're asking is that you prayerfully consider how you can be faithful with your time, getting involved personally, and also with your pledge and your giving in the next year that will support this really important ministry.
We certainly hope so. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Amen.